What's up, guys? Matthew gonna watch Season 1, Episode 5 of Silo. The first 4 episodes have been spectacular. This is one of those shows, and again, I had a couple days break, maybe like a week break, actually, in between last episode and this episode. This is one of those shows where you think about it at all points that you're not watching it, if you guys understand what I mean. I would hate, well, it's gonna happen, obviously, but I hate when I'm gonna catch up to this show. And it's going to be like in season, and we'll watch one episode on the day it comes out. I'm going to be thinking about it for the other 6 days of the week, non-stop. Obviously, last episode, I would assume that Sam has died. I'm pretty, like, a normal show, I would have been like, oh, maybe he's still alive. Maybe there's this. Maybe there's that. But with the shit that Silo does, apparently where they kill a main character every goddamn episode, I would assume that he is dead. So we're probably going to see the aftermath of that. I made a couple predictions. Like I said, I'm still, obviously, I'm 4 episodes into Silo. I would classify that as still relatively, new, or in the beginning of the show. And I've said it multiple times. I feel like the show wants me to hate Judicial. Wants me to be wary of Judicial. Be wary of Sims. Of Bernard and stuff like that. They obviously are doing things. They obviously know things. You know what I mean? But I would really assume that there is someone above them. Not necessarily like as in Bernard or Sims or Judicial as an entirety. And I know Bernard's not a part of Judicial. He's IT. But I'm not necessarily saying that they're working for someone, but someone is pulling strings above them. I don't know if it's connected to what, those 3, entities are doing or what. But the point I'm trying to make is that I don't want to believe that it's... I don't know how to explain it. I don't want to immediately jump and say, oh, well, it has to be Judicial, because it kind of feels like they really want me to believe it's Judicial. But also at the same point, Judicial is the only person who I can formulate a theory for, you know what I mean? So, I'm along for the ride. I hope they give me some answers, and I hope they give me a lot more questions this episode too, because I love the show already. I want to hop into it. If you guys liked the video, please drop a like and leave a comment. It really helps me out. I've got the full-length reactions up on Patreon. By now, I am already a very decent amount of episodes ahead. If you check the YouTube comments, it'll say the exact episode I'm currently on. And if you enjoy the content that I make for the channel, I would really appreciate it if you did subscribe. Again, it really helps me out. Let's get into episode 5. That's something I didn't think about last episode too. Obviously, I was a little like almost disappointed. Gloria, I was a little disappointed with the fact that it was just George's file, but maybe Holston has done more research on George, and Holston at this point, obviously because of him going out, he knows significantly more than Juliet knows. He might have even known more than George knew. So it's almost like this is gonna be like a I don't want to say a wild goose chase, but we're gonna be following the tracks of Holston. That is not a good hiding spot. We're gonna be retracing Holston's steps because we're going to come to a conclusion, or get to the point where he came to a conclusion, that it was best to leave. Jesus Christ. Every goddamn episode we're gonna have
skull question with the butt of his own shot.
We're gonna have a porter coming up to Juliet saying someone was killed.
Mars was made of iron, anger, and spite.
Who are you?
Is that
This
Billings?
is Paul Billings.
That's the guy you wanted to be sheriff.
He's your new chief deputy.
The old one's not even cold.
Well, we gotta replace him, but this is, I don't trust these guys, but at the same time, I don't distrust them enough to think that they're behind everything.
Control of this?
His door was open and
They're gonna fucking...
Lid on it? We could try.
If we don't, we're fucked.
Sims, but here's... Sims is gonna pan it on that guy who,
This could have all been avoided.
Sam was talking about last episode.
Tonight.
Well, your new sheriff offered and he said no.
So I heard. You should have ignored.
Oh, you heard, huh?
Yeah, I stopped by and saw him and his bloody nose.
Who gave him a bloody nose?
One of his many fans.
It's the mortuary team.
Billings? I don't know. For some reason, I had the vibe that Billings would be this like badass, like authoritarian, You know what I mean? But he seems more like a follower.
You tell him to give me a minute.
Like someone who's easy to give orders to. A little shy. I don't know if that makes me more wary of him or more like, well, maybe he... I don't know. Maybe he can be on our side. Goddamn, she's going fucking detective lunge mode. She's going... For those of you who watch Monster. They're gonna kill a fucking main character every episode. I have never... I was talking to my friend and I kept it very vague. Because I didn't want to spoil him on what show. But I have genuinely never watched a show in which they killed 4 presumed main characters in the first 4 episodes. Like, separate bang, 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 bang.
I'm only going to be mayor for a few months, so I'm going to try to drink as much of
It's another thing, too. Another angle. He knows he would be mayor pro tem. So he could have done it just to gain power without judicial knowing. And again, I know that he's not a part of judicial, but...
What do we do?
Just keep pumping the official line. 2 older people walked the silo. It was too much for them. See your doctor.
No,
Make
we
sure you
buried
get
them
it.
together.
Sorry, what?
One funeral, one grave. Conservation of resources.
Times like this, people don't give a shit about conservation. You could say they were in love.
Were they?
The way they nagged at each other, I always wondered.
Is anything in the pact about a double funeral?
Well, let's fucking do it. What, are they gonna fire us?
The mayor can make an exception.
Why would the mayor do that?
So it becomes the story, Rob.
Comforts people.
Old servants of the silo, enjoying a late bloom of love, looking to spend their golden years together, only to have their lives cut tragically short.
If they were in a relationship, it was unsanctioned.
At their age, who gives a fuck? And if people do...
This unsanctioned rule, it's like an unwritten rule, I would think. Like jaywalking or something. Like, yeah, it's illegal, but everyone knows people do it.
For a distraction, the judge suggested we offer a forgiveness holiday. It's good for morale.
It's good for judicial.
They're building up metas like they're the fucking most badass of badassery. I don't even know if it's a man or a woman, I think, at this point.
I'll let you 2 go. Get some sleep. Sheriff, would you stay a minute?
Yes, I don't know, like, again, like, Bernard feels untrustworthy, but it also feels like...
I said we should make Paul sheriff now. Martin said to wait. Not because he thought you'd succeed. He figured you realized you were in over your
Well,
head.
the conversation I was just about to have now goes to this guy, too, so...
Give it a rest, Rob.
What I was gonna say about Bernard is he seems very untrustworthy, but the way that he's treating Juliet, calling her into that meeting, really, like, saying, oh, she's the new sheriff, requesting a meeting, it makes him feel more trustworthy, but also at the same time, not to get fucking tinfoil hatty, but that maybe he's trying to nudge, gain an ally.
Have you read the pact?
Yeah, some of it.
Start with the section on your department. It doesn't explicitly say that a sheriff should kiss judicial's ass.
It's the smart thing to do.
It's pretty much the subtext on every page.
Hey, political role. That's what the hell you do. Real quick, I wanted to say this. I was just talking about in the opening. In the sense of, I don't believe that it's just... I don't believe Bernard and Sims are like the 2 evilest, big, bad villains of this entire thing. But as of where I'm at in the story, I feel like the story is leading me to believe that they are, or like getting hints that they should be. In Sims's role, aspect, whatever, I feel like Sims is the one behind most of the stuff, but he doesn't know why he's doing it, or he's being controlled.
To create a data set of silo residents.
He doesn't have the full picture of why he's doing stuff.
5,496 silo residents out of the current population of 10,112.
This man is not charismatic.
She knew the residents of the silo, and they knew her.
He's such a good, like, I don't know.
Someone can be elected to fill Ruth John's very large shoes. I'm not her literal...
No, he's cringy.
Her feet were rather small.
No one can even give a pity chuckle.
Sure.
The fuck do you mean me?
He and I didn't exactly hit it off.
Oh, Jesus.
He didn't want me as sheriff.
I don't know why you'd say this, buddy. Not very politically adept yet.
I didn't want the job at first, but then I was told that if the mayor asks you to serve, you serve.
I don't know. Billings is interesting.
I'm not sad. I am.
This is horrible by both of these guys.
They're worth celebrating.
She looks
They
fucking
dedicated their lives to
disgusted.
this silo, like we all do every day, like everyone does, from the up top to the down deep.
Good end note. A good end note indeed.
Hear us, O founders.
We would like to sing a song, or
Ruth Johns and Samuel Marnes served your silo with their spirit, and now will serve with their flesh.
we're gonna end the episode. Fucking Bernard's gonna be dead. Then Sims next episode. Then we're gonna fucking kill Juliet by the end of the season. What a weird ritual. Bro, how much food are we wasting? Oh no, no, no. As a fat guy, this cannot be. I'm being tortured. Ah! Bury them in an apple orchard? Do we bury all of them in an apple orchard? Like all deaths? Or all political deaths? Or is it a different floor every time? What is that? What's that other thing that people are throwing in? Apples and what? Cucumbers? Hank, I don't know. I'm scared. I'm scared.
On the way up, I said hey to my cousin on 72, and he asked if it's safe for his kids to go to
Jesus.
school. It's a dangerous time in the silo, and
And you're wondering if I can do this.
no, that's not what I'm saying.
I mean, that's what he's thinking, but
That's what it sounds like.
Hey, would you listen to me? I know you can do anything you put your mind to, but I also know that none of us can do any of this alone. Now look, I've never won Deputy of the Year or nothing, but if you need...
I want to trust him, but I feel like I'm like isolating myself from all the characters. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I'm not comfortable around people because I don't know their true intentions. No, this shit's boring. Uh-oh, petty rivalry continues. Oh, what's that? Come on, let that woman to woman talk right now.
I don't like you.
I got that.
You're not qualified to be sheriff.
Yes, but Holston picked me.
If the silo's ever seen. Marnes told me that something happened between you two.
Did you fuck him?
That's why Holston went out to clean.
Lawrence was wrong.
You took this job.
I didn't think about that aspect. I apologize.
Everything in this office goes through me.
Bitch.
I don't want to get anything done, whether it's find out who killed Wilkins or get a new pencil. You're gonna do what I want.
Who do you think you're talking to? Okay, yeah, I can do that for you.
Right, that's my job, so...
I don't mean just going along with whatever Patsy Judicial serves. I mean, find out who really did it.
Why would judicial serve...
That's what judicial does.
Because Judge Meadows doesn't give a shit about the truth. The only thing she cares about is maintaining order. And when a mayor and a
I don't know if I knew that. I didn't remember.
Things could get disorderly fast. Now they're gonna want to find
Come on, we're gonna be best fucking buds. And they're gonna fucking kill her next, though.
a nice apartment, but that would be a mistake on your part. Because they also want to get you out and Billings in.
Isn't that what you want?
I don't know. She's not sure yet.
I may want you to find out who killed Marnes, but Marnes, he wouldn't give a shit.
I'll be back after lunch.
Where are you going?
Gonna try and figure out who killed Marnes.
Well, you should take Deputy Billings with you.
I don't know.
And you don't. If you get this wrong, even if you get who did it, Judicial will throw it out.
So I'm gonna be under the assumption, because again, Billings, he could be tricking me, but Billings to me seems more innocent, more shy, more, I don't want to say submissive, is like a, you know what I mean? I thought he'd be this like towering like dictator, like, you know what I mean? That sort of character, but he's not. That's important. Who was that? I'm gonna assume that Billings doesn't know what the hell's going on. Billings doesn't even know who the hell is putting him in, wants him to work there.
You asking if I killed Marnes?
Didn't say anything
Well,
about
don't tell me he died naturally. Marnes just had a heart attack and life really sucks. But it wasn't me. I've been down on 62, getting tests.
Okay. He wasn't in the hospital. I'm sure he wouldn't have been a match for Marnes. You saw his hand? He's got the syndrome.
The syndrome?
Where next?
Oh, what is it? Fuck, what is it called?
Levels down?
Okay. Why don't you go home for lunch? I'm sure your wife and your daughter...
I gotta look this up.
It's been a lot, and I need a moment. I'm gonna grab a sandwich.
Is it Parkinson's? I just watched Shrinking. It had Parkinson's and I couldn't remember the name. Either he's gonna... I bet she goes in there, the guy is either dead with evidence planted, or... I mean, that would be how I would do it if I was judicial, if I was Sims. And I wanted to... I don't even know Sims. I don't know if I can lump Sims into that. But if I was judicial, I would plant evidence on the guy whom Sam had a fight with, and then I would also kill the guy of natural causes so that he couldn't be questioned about it. Damn. That's a great visual. Using a fucking sheriff's badge to break into someone's house? That's awesome. The sheriff is fucking breaking into houses now. This is awesome. That shit is phony, bro. That shit is phony.
Who are you looking for?
Patrick Kennedy.
He's not here.
That was suspicious. Jesus. That's gonna get back word to Kennedy that...
Come in, Paul.
I don't know, but Sims is treating Billings like he's like a fucking lapdog or some shit.
Oh, you know Doug Trumbull.
Doug Trumbull.
Doug Trumbull. Your shadow.
I only said he's a candidate. He asked if he could be considered. I didn't have the heart to say no. Besides, it's always good to have an excuse to read the pact.
No.
Sheriff, okay with you coming back to judicial your first day on the job?
She thinks I went home for lunch.
Motherfucker, dude. Like, this show keeps wanting to make every character look suspicious, but I'm not... I don't know.
Yesterday, you said there were 2 reasons why we were stupid for wanting to talk to your wife. First was she's dead. What's the second one?
Okay, you know what? I'm a little confused. Are you arresting?
She's saving your ass here.
How's it going?
Is he hiding under the fucking desk, or is he in lockup?
Much as I revere that thing, if I can't sleep, I read a couple pages and I'm out.
How was lunch?
Can I sit?
I don't know.
Then go home.
I was gonna, before that, I said I kind of trust him for some reason.
Ready? I didn't know I'd fucked up that badly yet.
I know it's gonna take a lot to earn your trust, and this might not be the best first step, but I wanted to see how their investigation was going.
Judicial has its own investigation.
They get level rep reports first, and they get reports from people who don't officially exist.
Right, listeners.
Not what we call them, but yeah.
Snitches?
What do you call them?
Friends of the silo. None of what they
Little
say
birdies?
is admissible in court.
But it leads you to places.
They can provide suggestions.
Wow, you look in pain just saying that.
That
It's
seems
not in the pact, so I don't like it.
like propaganda that can be easily strewn down. Oh, one of the friends of the silo.
Hey, Sandy, can you get me an arrest warrant? For who? Patrick Kennedy.
What? No, Ralph Melby.
Kennedy first. And then can you call me on the radio once you have it?
Where are you going?
You got messages.
She's doing that shit to... She knows it's planted. She's doing it so that they think that she's on his ass.
Hey, I don't have time for messages.
I don't have any fucking messages. I need to know what's going on.
Look, you're not my boss.
Things went to his friends in judicial and came back with a name, Ralph Melby. They want me to waste my time arresting Melby while they get their patsy.
Patrick Kennedy.
Yeah, that's gonna make me look incompetent. They'll send me back to mechanical and Billings gets the badge.
Okay.
They're setting up Kennedy?
I know a search is gonna turn up rat poison and a drawing from Marnes' wall.
How do you know that?
Bitch, look, I'm a criminal myself. This is the goon to get Kennedy. Look, Juliet's already competent as fuck. Like, we saw how competent she was in mechanical, but...
I only know this because Marnes and I came here yesterday. I guess everyone makes mistakes, right? Yours was planting evidence in the wrong apartment.
Damn, he's running? Damn, this a big moment. This is our first fucking sheriff chase down. This is awesome. Is this like the equivalent to like the Olympics, or like is this just like a regular run? Everyone's fucking booing and shit. Oh, that's a great shot. Look at that shot. Oh, race is fucked. Damn, just get out the way. What the hell? She has... Oh my god! What, you gonna kill me? Someone... And ongoers are watching. Trumbull, you fucking fucked yourself here. Judicial ain't even gonna save your ass. Jesus. Damn, almost hit me, bitch! Damn! We know how... I've made fun of how fucking strong her upper body is already, so I believe that she can do this.
I think I know who it was you were chasing. Doug Trumbull. Judicial
Damn!
Security. I'll get an arrest warrant.
Nice job.
Douglas, what are you doing here?
Janitorial.
I followed you once.
Ah, that shows initiative, skill, and a very troubling insubordination.
I'm sorry.
Doug is fucking dead.
This is my favorite time. So quiet, so still.
Obviously, it's nighttime, so I would expect people to, you know, go to sleep more often. But is there a nightly curfew?
First time I saw it, my father showed it to me.
Like where you have to stay inside? I know porters go up and down, but...
People look down on him, on our family. We all know the philosophy of the pact. Everyone contributes to the survival of the silo. But a janitor is still a janitor.
Janitorial team got the most important goddamn secret hidden job in the whole place?
Seems his father's been reassigned to a job on 125 and they have to move. Just like that.
Dude, Janitor's got some secret hidden pact?
He said he wanted to show me something. He took me to that door. He said if I wanted to shadow him,
Jesus,
I would have to make a decision that would change my life.
Some ancient deity behind the door?
If I went through that door, I could never tell anyone what was on the other side. Not my friends, not my family, not my wife. They might think that I was nothing more than a bookkeeper or a clerk or a janitor.
I like this scene, man. I like in Sims too.
Work that keeps 10,000 people alive. You fucked up, though.
I was gonna say, he's failing the test right here.
Very badly. You fucked up with George. But I fucked up worse. Many times.
Hug of death right here?
We're human beings doing the best we can. What I'm looking for in the shadow is drive and dedication. Made my decision.
Look, let me tell you what. I want some competency, too.
Douglas Trumbull, do you of clear mind and conscience pledge to be my shadow?
Yes.
Are you willing to do anything to serve and protect the people?
Nah, man, this is a part of his plan that he was talking about.
Are you willing to give everything you have to serve and protect the people of the silo?
Yes.
Good.
It's in the best interest of the silo for you to die. And did he make him shadow him so that he didn't have that guilty conscience?
When I confronted Trumbull about planting evidence in an apartment no longer occupied by Kennedy, he ran. Last night, knowing his arrest was inevitable, Trumbull took his own life. There's a note in there that we found in his pocket. We think he was gonna plant it on Kennedy. Strangely, kind of works for him too.
Billings knows it's.
You don't know why.
So does.
A 7-year.
Is this the mayor? I mean, Meadows?
Well,
I think it's Meadows.
You already knew that the drawing and the rat poison were in the apartment before we looked.
Mm-hmm.
When did you go in?
When you were talking to your judicial friends?
How'd you get it?
I learned some things in mechanical.
Is it really that fucking...
A legal search and seizure.
No,
No, I didn't.
oh,
Why didn't you
Billings.
tell me what you were doing?
Little narc over here.
Trust you.
Do you know?
Yeah, sure. As much as you
I was
trust me.
gonna say, I don't know. I do, but I don't. I trust Billings, but I don't trust the people who are around him. You know what I mean?
So you don't worry what happened to me tomorrow. I've been reassigned. What? To the station on 105.
Nah, man.
Said if I wanted your help, I had to find out who killed Marnes.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't think you'd be able to do that, really. What was the feeling I'm being watched?
By who?
I don't know by who.
By them. By everything. The cameras, the microphones.
You know, when I got here, you said you didn't know what Down Deeper's ate. You got family on 105?
That's lower mids, not down deep.
Okay.
Babies.
I don't want her to go. The minute that I start liking her, she leaves? No! Although I'm looking at the time. We're in overtime. I mean, Trumbull died, but we need a more major character to die.
Mayor John's collection pretty fast.
No, I'm good. Thanks.
This guy's living the fucking life.
Have a seat.
So who took your old job? Or is it, do you have a temporary?
People go a little wild when we have one, so I'm gonna need you and your deputies everywhere.
Okay.
That's not the only thing I wanted to discuss. I wanted to say that I was wrong.
I don't know.
I didn't see why Holston would want you to be sheriff. But now I think I do. So for as long as I'm mayor, which I sincerely hope won't be for more than a few.
I don't know. I kind of feel he wants it to be.
You've been sheriff for a minute?
I need to get back down to mechanical. I didn't think I'd last, so I didn't pack much. So
We have porters that can do that.
I like to say goodbyes and stuff, you know?
Billings can handle it for 2 days.
We'll see you in a couple days.
That's suspicious to me. That's fucking suspicious to me. That he just let her go. He feels now he feels like he's all getting buddy next to her. You know what I mean? Like
when it's clear at night, there are these lights in the sky.
Oh, he's fucking mapping. Oh my god, we're gonna get some goddamn coordinates from it. He's mapping the constellations. I got goosebumps for some stupid reason.
Watching them long enough to see these patterns, they repeat like.
And like I said, it's the same with the birds. They don't know what the fuck stars are.
Just add it to the list. Things
We're gonna see this in one of his fucking recordings, or I mean, one of George's recording shits.
Did you know that there are lights in the sky at night?
How do you mean?
Well, the display in the up top cafeteria is better than ours.
What a surprise.
There are lights in the night sky.
Yeah, what are they?
Lights.
You know, Tommy Marshall was working on a ventilation fan at the foot of the stairs. This missed his head by an inch.
Damn.
People saw you hanging from the rails. Jules, you don't think that kind of story gets around?
I'm surprised I got down here that fast.
We're supposed to go about our business, keeping the silo humming, and they're not supposed to do things like murder people. Bodies start falling, people start asking questions. Pretty soon, asking questions turns into demanding answers, and if folks don't like the answers,
then... She just spoiled the whole show, I would assume.
I'm right here, I'm sheriff.
Ridiculous.
She's gonna lead the rebellion.
Anyway, did you find that hard drive you were looking for?
No, not yet. Holston had a file on George, but there was nothing in it that I didn't already know. Did you make headway with the thing I left you?
Something's in there that you missed.
So, I recognized the type of lens from those cameras they use to make pictures for IDs, but those are very simple. This is not simple.
Damn, that's more sophisticated than the technology we use?
No, you got anything more powerful?
Like the thing your mother made? Lining up two lenses?
Yeah, like we use on the Rapid.
Yeah, and Judicial destroyed it. Do you know why Judicial destroyed it?
Because it's illegal.
Have you read the pact?
No, and you're like the 10th person to ask me that.
Well, this is the real reason why I wanted you to come down. For me, there are two big mysteries about the pact. One, they stipulate that we can't mechanize the way we go up and down in the silo. No lifts, no pulleys.
Yeah.
No magnification beyond a certain power. So a relic like this is going to get you more than a slap on the wrist. Something with wiring this small, the effect is going to be a lot more dramatic. And from what you're not telling me, seems to me there's a long list of people who've died recently under questionable circumstances. What's to stop you being the next one on the list?
I'll be careful.
Put the badge in an envelope, give it to a porter.
I need to find out what happened. 2 days ago, Bernard wanted nothing more than to send me out to clean for
He's seeing something.
some shitty heat tape.
He sees he can use you.
2 murders? And he can't wait to work with me. They trust me, Walk.
No, he's
I need to open up an
using.
investigation that allows me to look into what happened to George.
How are you going to do that without tipping them off?
I gotta use the right bait.
Suck up to him. I'm gonna be honest too. I would expect Bernard or someone to have someone follow Juliet down here and find it. You know what I mean? Find out what the fuck she wants to do down here for 2 days. Just expecting to find. Was she gonna come down here one time and someone's just gonna be chilling out? Okay, that was another amazing episode. Gotta talk here. Got to definitely talk here. I guess I'll just start with Juliet. You know what I mean? The presumed main character. But again, in a show like Silo, apparently they could kill anyone at any time, and I wouldn't be surprised whatsoever by it. So I gotta pace myself in that regard. I liked her. Obviously, you know, you knew from the first couple appearances of her that she was very competent. And it seems to be very easily transferable, if that makes any sense. She's smarter, she's savvy, she doesn't have that political game down, if that makes any sense. She's very isolated in that regard. But I would think that, you know, over the course of the next couple episodes, she's going to become more politically orientated? Something like that. She's gonna, you know, I was gonna say try to gain some friends, but I don't know. Anytime she tries to gain some friends, they fucking die. So, I do not know. I don't know, man. So obviously from this episode, the sim stuff and the janitorial door is, you know, one of my most interesting plot points, because let me tell you what, any good mystery show, I'm talking any good mystery show, Lost, fucking Attack on Titan, Horizon Zero Dawn, they have that plot line of, what's behind the door? What's down that hallway? What's down in this place? The stuff like, they have those plot lines, and they always fucking get me going. They get me hyped, man. So I'm definitely interested. My immediate thought, well, I don't know, because my first thought would be like some sort of like surveillance, like cameras and microphones and all that. Because obviously Sandy was very, well, I don't know. Sandy seems to be in that same boat as like Allison was, to where, she, you know, she's wary of people listening and watching her. Obviously I forget the name of the lady from the first episode. Maybe Gloria? Gloria? Oh! I'm fucking stupid. Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, Gloria. Yeah, maybe like stuff related to that, and it's just, and that's how like they have easy access to stuff, and they know where people are, or you know, or even like what the fuck was Billings talking about? Like the little birds or something like that, or friends of the silo that can't be admissible in court, but. I could say that. No, I don't know. But because I was gonna say the friends of the court could just be fucking microphones and cameras hidden in places, but also at the same time it's not admissible in court. So I feel like if I was like some sort of like fucking, you know what I mean, porter judicial top dog, and I had cameras and microphones, why the fuck would I not just make it, you know, usable in court? Because I know for certainty it's happened because I have cameras on these motherfuckers. So I don't know. So maybe it's not surveillance. Maybe that throws a wrench in my... Or maybe that doesn't throw a wrench in my plan as to it's surveillance in the room, but maybe that's just... Maybe there are actual friends of the silo that... there was that guy writing in chalk. That looked... Not looked suspicious, but he looked like he had importance and that wasn't talked about. So... My first initial gut reaction is that maybe he was like a friend of the silo, a snitch. And they have those like people that just hanging around on each floor, listening in for information. Maybe they get paid. I don't know. Going to the what Martha was talking about, the two, I forget what acts or paragraphs of the pact that she found interesting. One of them is magnification. I'll be quite honest. My first initial gut reaction was like, "Huh, magnets." But I did look up, because I was like, magnification. What does that mean exactly? So I'm pretty sure that means shrinking down, because it's another thing too. It's like shrinking down the technology. That's what the magnification in that situation would be used for. Because I was also thinking, like, magnets. What the fuck do magnets have to do with a camera? But so they don't. You're not allowed to shrink down technology. Essentially, you're not allowed to make like small, intricate, pieces of technology. Like, and like I said, maybe if there are cameras or microphones or something like that, that would go directly against what the pact is, so it would make it really important to keep it secret. And again, like I said, I don't know, because I keep saying, like, as each of these episodes go on and on and on, Sims and Bernard in Judicial, and I saw Meadows. I'm pretty sure that was Meadows. These people look more and more and more and more suspicious, or more guilty, or more evil. To simplify it, and I said at the beginning of the episode, I said throughout the last couple episodes, I feel like I'm being fooled into really going against them. And they have secrets. I have seen with this janitorial door stuff with Sims and all that, and the politicking going on. They obviously have secrets. They are obviously keeping stuff from us. But I don't know if they're the big bad. I don't know if they're the big bad. I don't know. Not even like the big bad is like. Yeah, I've said it 20 times. It's the last time I'll say it, because I just want to make sure you guys understand what I mean. They could be working for the top dog, or the most evil entity, or the thing that's keeping us down, or they could not. They could be controlled by it. But I feel like there's another entity that's in charge. But I don't know. Another thing that I found, obviously talking about this other thing that Martha found suspicious, the pulleys and levers. So you can't go up and down the silo fast. Essentially, that's what I got from it. That's very interesting to me. That's interesting. I got goosebumps. Just to let you guys know, because I didn't say it. I was good this episode. I didn't repeatedly say I have goosebumps 23 times during the episode. But I know a show's really good, or not even, because look. Good is, you know what I mean? It's objective, or subjective. I always get those two fucking confused. As someone with a fucking film degree and good at writing, I always get those two confused. No matter if a show is good or bad, if I'm very interested in the show, you know what I mean, and I get goosebumps when talking about it, that's when I know that I really am enjoying it. I've gotten them like 5 times in this discussion already. My initial gut reaction with that is, again, no pulleys, no levers, no elevators. That, to me, again, just simplify. And I like to do this. I like to simplify something to try and make it lead somewhere. To simplify, they don't want you to go up the silo fast, or they don't want you to go down the silo fast. That, to me, would immediately make me think of some, like, I don't know, like you need to press a button up top to leave the silo from the bottom, or you need to press something at the bottom to do something at the top. You know what I mean? Like you need to fucking do something at the core at the bottom, and then the door's open, or this or that. I don't know. I do not know. So another thing, going back to the janitorial door thing, and with Sims, if I do think it's, because again, I don't know, like the way he came out, he opened the door before Trumbull even got in there. So I really do think, I don't know, I do think it would be recordings. I mean surveillance, and obviously from the very first episode we've been taught, like, you know what I mean. Well, we've been taught, like, the people could be listening and all that. I got sidetracked for a minute. I just thought of, talking about this, can't really magnify technology. That sounds like making it bigger. Magnification, something like that. The chip, we have chips in our body. You know what I mean? Like, maybe we all have chips, and they don't want you to magnify technology because they don't want you to replace them, or not replace them. They don't want you to like reuse them or remake them or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, going back to my point that I was making, if there is, again, I really do think that there's. I'll say this. Sorry, again, my conversations are wonky, they're willy-nilly. That's why you guys should love me. I don't even necessarily know if behind that janitorial door there is surveillance. But there is surveillance. You know what I mean? Like somewhere judicial or something is recording, is watching, is listening. My question is there cameras or microphones in the drill room where Juliet is? And also, is someone following her? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Talking about Bernard for a second, and I called it out, and what? I don't know. I don't think Juliet called it out. She didn't call it. It felt like she fell for it. I don't. She was like, "Oh, I have Bernard's." You know what I mean? He's trusting me. He's. It feels fake. It feels fucking fake. I don't know. Again, she talked about, oh, he changed it. It's been 2 days. He changed his mind real fast. He trusts me now. I really see it as Bernard found a way that he could use Juliet. You know what I mean? Because that's another thing too. Like, Bernard doesn't. Again, IT is like its own department. IT isn't in judicial, correct? You know, it almost feels like maybe Bernard realizes that he could use Juliet against, not as in like he wants to go head to head with judicial, but like he could have that, you know what I mean, that friend, that political maneuver to be like, hey, well, at least I have the sheriff. You know what I mean? They may have got the deputy sheriff, but I got the sheriff. They have everything else, but I don't know. I don't know where because Bernard and Sims don't really seem like they're on the same page at all times, if you know what I mean. So, I don't know. It's another thing, I tried to say in the middle of the episode, and I don't know if I got cut off, or I don't know if I just said my point correctly. It leads into my thing where I'm saying, like, you know, I don't trust Sims, I don't trust Bernard, I don't trust Meadows, I don't trust Judicial, but I feel like there's something else looming in the background that I shouldn't trust more. I feel like someone like well, I don't even know. Towards the beginning of the episode, I got the vibe that Sims wasn't even like high up, like Sims was being controlled or manipulated or held in the dark. But now with this janitorial room, maybe that theory is in the dark, and I don't know. I like Billings. Obviously, this was the first time being introduced to Billings. I really like him. I do trust him. Again, not necessarily like right now, because I still think he is. Again, he had conversation with Judicial, and he, you know what I mean. But I think that he's a good person at his core, and he's either being manipulated or he's going to find out that he's being manipulated. He's going to realize there's actually more going on to what's going on, and he's going to completely ally himself with Juliet as more mysteries come or more answers come out, or more this or more that. Again, because I think he still has ulterior motives, but again, like I said, I think at his core he's a good person, and I could be fucking proven wrong in a couple episodes, but you know that's how predictions fucking go. Sorry, my mustache is itchy. I don't want anyone to. Why is it fucking keep scratching himself? Another thing that I wanted to talk about, and again, I love this aspect. I talked about it. You know, I've talked about it a whole bunch of times throughout the show so far, in the sense of I love when they use their little like. Oh, the founders, like their little own, like colloquial, is that the right word? Colloquial words that mean different things than they do in reality. In our world, you know what I mean? They have different cultures and different societies and different experiences, so they use words differently. And I've said how much I love that. I don't know if I love it, but I find it entertaining, the fact that these adults, these people who live in the silo, are so closed off and so sheltered that they are essentially like children in some aspects. I love this episode. We have a character, Lucas. Lucas. He's focusing on fucking constellations and stars and shit like that. And I would assume that that's again, they don't even, well, I made a joking thing about, you know what I mean? Oh, Lucas can fucking find out, you know, the world is fucking a globe in his little bunker, and these motherfuckers in real life can't still deny it to this day. But like, I don't even know. Do these people know that the Earth is a globe, right? Because they're like, they're so like, they don't want to know what fucking. I would say no, right? They don't know what stars are. They don't know what fucking stars are. So how would they know that the Earth is a fucking globe? You know what I mean? I brought that up because, again, it's either leading to two things. It's either going to lead to Lucas joining the cause or the rebellion, or maybe he's already in the midst of a rebellion and he's trying to recruit Juliet somehow, or not as in like actively. Maybe he's gonna, you know, formulate a relationship with Juliet and realize, hey, she's good, she can join the cause, or you know, something like that. Or that constellation stuff is actually going to come into play. And the only thing that I can think about, and I don't really know stars and shit like that. I don't know if they could find their exact coordinates by using stars like that. But I don't know. I do not know. That was another great episode. The chase scene was okay, I guess. I'm not really a big fan of chase scenes in any regard. But you know, it's one of those things, and I was thinking about it in my head, like, obviously I feel like some people would immediately jump to like, that's so fucking unrealistic that she's hanging off the edge like that, and she stayed alive. But I want to say two things in that regard. First of all, you can't say that anyone has plot armor because they've killed 4 fucking main characters. They've killed 4 major fucking characters. So I'm okay if you have the main character have a little bit of plot armor. That's fine to me. And also, it's already been set up. Because, again, canonically, she has a really fucking strong upper body. So it's not that big of a deal for me. I know that details like that are things that people go crazy about in shows, so... but I don't know. I really like the episode. Again, there's a lot of mysteries. There's a lot of questions. I'm sure that I'm missing things. I'm sure maybe I'm picking up on a couple things, but I'm not formulating the puzzle in the correct orientation. I'm loving it. I'm loving it so much. I just want the answer. But again, at the same time, I don't want the answers. You know what? I don't know if I said it in this show. I say it for most of my shows, or it's my biggest, like, feelings, my biggest emotions when it comes to mystery box shows like this. I may have said it once, but I'll repeat it for the, you know, for the final time. When it comes to mystery box shows, again, my favorite genre of TV, Lost, Attack on Titan, you know, everything, etc., etc. And I don't want anyone to fucking read this, oh, so what you're saying, the ending of Lost or the ending of Attack on Titan is bad? No, they're fucking great endings. But to me, when it comes to mystery box, the journey is always more important than the destination. I know that's like a cringy sort of simplification, Disney wordage or anything like that, but it's the truth for me. The answers to my questions could be the dumbest fucking things I've ever heard in my life, but as long as the experience of questioning, you know, what the answer is, I could still defend it, if that makes any sense. I just love the vibe, that feeling of like, what's going on? What's this? What's that? What does this mean? Who is this? What's the symbolism behind that? I love that so much. And this show so far through 5 episodes is, it's very good. You know what I mean? And I like the format of it. Any good mystery show, it starts you off, you know, you have these big questions. What's outside the silo? What's going on there? What's going on there? But you can't just immediately fucking blow your load. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like the first episode, with the first 2 episodes with Holston and, you know, learning about that stuff, we were up here with like, oh my god, we're on the edge of the answers. We're on the edge of the answers. And then with Juliet, it's like we're starting back at ground zero. And again, we're following Holston's footsteps. We're following Allison's footsteps. We're following George's footsteps. All 3 of those journeys, I got goosebumps thinking about it. They've all been put into Juliet's character, if that makes any sense. She's the core of this, and she's going to slowly work her way up, level by level. Silent joke. She's going to work up level by level, and slowly figure this out. And I'm hyped for it. I love that format. But I think that's going to be it for me. I really appreciate you guys for watching. If you guys like the video, please drop a like and leave a comment. It really helps me out. I have got the full-length reactions up on Patreon, and by now I am already a very far amount of episodes ahead. So if you check the YouTube comments, it'll see the exact episode I'm currently on. And finally, most importantly, if you enjoy the content that I make for the channel, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. I'll see you guys next week. You guys have a good one.